Hey guys, so I'm out for my evening walk and I'm thinking about tomorrow because we are headed out to do some thrifting and antiquing for the Mercantile. I would like to hit up a couple thrift stores, maybe a couple antique stores. I just have some things on my list that I'm looking for. Anyway, I hope you'll come along with me and I hope we find some fun stuff. All right, we are wasting no time this morning here in Springfield. I brought along my best friend, Jenny, and she is so good at thrifting and antiquing. We pretty much just are giggle boxes the entire time we shop, as you'll see in today's video. So it's equally fun to find the treasures, but also to get to spend this awesome time with my good friend. I thought this one little box would be so cute with some sticky wallpaper or, a contact paper inside to kind of cover up the weathering there, but I thought a great price for that piece and I could do some displaying in it. We had so much fun just looking at all sorts of different vessels. If you're new here, I am currently expanding a mercantile in a local coffee shop. So I do mostly, or have in the past done mostly clothing, but now I'm also doing some like home decor and gifts in the mercantile. And I'm really excited to just have a little bit of everything for our local community. And of course, those traveling through. I'll be sure to link everything for you in the description box below if you're ever traveling through Southwest Missouri. We would love to have you stop in at the marketplace and Four Fillies. So I'm just looking for all sorts of unique things today to not only decorate the shop, but also have some functional pieces to display my merchandise. So just have a little bit of everything on my mind. I gave Jenny a list before we got here so she could really help me dive in. Both of us have to be back home today in time to pick up our kids from school. So two moms on a mission today, let me tell you. Okay, so like this, I'm gonna go through and show you what we looked at today as we were trying to ponder how we would use certain pieces for display. I have a little basket very similar to this that you've probably seen in my videos with the milk bottles, but this one I couldn't really decide how I would use to merchandise. But this was the name of the game all day long. I really liked these baskets we picked out, and it was not for sale. You're gonna see that a lot in this video, unfortunately. It seemed like we just kept picking things that weren't for sale. And then I got really distracted with this cute little pumpkin sweatshirt. I'm just in the mood for fall, and I thought Ruth needs a few more just good old sweatshirts she can wear around the farm, and what's better than a little pumpkin color? It was a little stained up, but I think I'll try to stain treat it, and you know what? It's gonna get dirty on the farm in 5 minutes anyway, so I decided it was a steal. We also liked this little cassette holder, which I couldn't decide, in today's day and age, what I would really display in it, and I feel like my parents probably still have one of those sitting around anyway. I was drawn to this stool that was up high here. Again, I don't think this one was for sale, but to tell you the truth, by the time we got out of here, I forgot to go back and ask. So that stool is still on my mind because I just thought it would make a nice riser. It just has a very worn-in feel, and that's what I'm going for at the Merc. I want it to feel very much like an antique farm pieces and kind of have that aesthetic. So this little lamp, though, caught my attention. It was so unique, and I thought that might be something we need to just have a little conversation piece. Now, this room at Mike's was probably my favorite. There was so much furniture there, and that's typically what I love to go look at. This little watering can was really cute and a decent price, but it was missing the handle. I was thinking of it for our greenhouse, but I passed. Now this mannequin was pretty nice, but also still fairly pricey, although it was a good structured mannequin. I thought this mirror was really pretty, and I could honestly see it more so in my home. And I really liked this scale. I don't know why I'm always kind of attracted to scales, but this one is like my favorite color. I love gold yellow, and for some reason, it's so funky. It caught my eye. Now, I also have a few old sewing machines sitting around, but I don't think I've ever seen one quite like this with the wooden carrying case. I actually have a vintage one that has more of a plastic, like a hard plastic case, but I hadn't seen that before. And then this high chair caught my attention because I thought, well, for $59, I could just be done with that project I shared with you a few videos back. I'm still sanding and trying to repair ours, but I don't love these that have the flip top. I feel like for actual use, it's a little bit hard to get it cleaned up. My other one, kind of the tray comes off of it completely, but Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm just rambling about furniture now. I thought this was kind of a funky piece, not generally my style, but there was just so many fun pieces in here, including this piece. I wish I had room in my home for this because it's gorgeous, but I am still contemplating it for the Merc because it's just a beautiful piece. It was a little bit more than I would want to spend on it, but honestly, worth every penny because it's such a good quality piece and obviously has some age and character to it. And it's in really good shape still. So this little possum belly, the drawers they all pulled out really nicely, as you can see here. We just kind of oohed and awed over this for a while. I thought this would be so fun to put all the tea towels in and maybe the cookbooks that we'll have in the Merc. But I have to be sure before I get that piece. Plus, I don't think it was going to fit in my car on the way home anyway, so that was kind of already working against us while we were shopping in here. This hutch also caught my attention. I feel like it's kind of similar to the one I have in my home. It's just not quite as old. I wasn't quite as crazy about some of the interior details. It had a very similar cut on the outside, but the inside was lacking as far as being ready to go in the Merc. I really need some more hanging, like a bar to hang more clothes on, or more shelving just ready to go. But this one just had the standard, a few hooks in there, and I'm thinking it's going to need a little bit of work if I use it at the Merc, it's rhyme time around here. Now, this was another little possum belly kitchen piece that I thought was cute. And then, I forgot to get my camera going, but I snatched this off of the wall too for $8. It's hard to tell there. And I'll show you again later all of the things that we found, and you'll see how large that frame was. But the funky furniture and all these retro pieces are just so fun to look at. Jenny spotted these two little cuties over here. I just really liked these together. These little old parlor stools had so much character and wear and tear to them. I thought they could be really cute risers on a table somewhere or leading up to a table from the floor. My only concern was they were a little wobbly if you didn't have them bolted down on something, which I guess I could have, put a big piece of like a round block or something at the bottom to give them a little bit more stability. But I just really liked those together. Now, this was an old toolbox, and I have a few that I'm planning on using. This one was so DIY, though. I kind of put it back. It was a tried and true piece. It looked like someone had used a garden hose. I thought it was painted at first, but it was a workhorse of a toolbox that someone had loved for many years. Today, I am also trying to spot some luggage. I don't know why I've always loved old trunks and luggage. I think they look really nice stacked up in a store just for visual effect and a little bit more texture. And then I've also been looking for more of these. I would love to find a really long piece like this, but I think it can come in handy a lot for visual merchandising.
Yes.
I bent down to look at this basket, and then I discovered this little gem. It did about bite me. And what's this little guy? These are good little vessels for $1.75. Oh, it's kind of broken, but it's okay.
Oh, right here.
We'll give them some love.
There's these little TLC.
Oh, I don't know what that thing is.
It's plastic.
That one's kind of
fun
cute.
too.
That one?
Your fun thing is not for sale.
It's not?
No.
Oh, come on. Let's make a deal. That's cute, though. That's what I need. I need that. Oh, that one was such a bummer. I loved that. But Jenny's over here being a dork, lifting my spirits. So we're having fun and moving on. I loved this little toolbox tray, too. It would be a nice little nesting display. Now, on our search for a lot of wooden boxes today, we fell short, but this Crayola box was really neat and really not a horrible price for how unique I thought it was. I don't think I've ever seen one quite like that. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever seen a Crayola wooden box. This was also a unique find. It was an old vintage purse, and it had a little mirror in it, even though it was just a little basket. You could use it for many things, but I thought that was kind of unique. This was also a sleeve board that I was really tempted by. I felt like it could be cute on top of our tables and put little things on top of for a riser, but it was just something I hadn't seen quite like that before. This is such a cute little picnic basket, and I'm kind of becoming a little collector of picnic baskets. So I was really tempted by this one. It was in great shape, and I loved that little gingham fabric. This little lamp was also gorgeous. I wish I could grab this one for my desk. I was a little uncertain of how well it would work, but I loved that tulip glass. I just think that's so classic and would be perfect in my old farmhouse. This piece was also just really fun. I love looking at these old pieces, but I feel like this would be perfect at the Mercantile. Stop by, the kids could have a little candy. I just thought it was super fun to have sitting in the corner or something. We wore our sneakers today.
I figured we need some comfortable shoes.
Yes, you have cute sneakers on though. And it was a good thing that we had our running shoes on, because after loading up the car and checking out and spending so much time at the other place, we only have about 15 or 20 minutes before we have to skedaddle, grab lunch, and get home to get our kids. So we're kind of doing a supermarket sweep here on our own. And I told Jenny to power walk. Are you feeling the time crunch? So side note, Jenny and I have been friends since kindergarten. So obviously we go way back, and we can say pretty much anything and make each other giggle. It's always a good time hanging out with Jenny. Now, I thought this typewriter would be really cute over in an area of the Merc that I want to build out at some point to have more stationery, and kind of encourage visitors to go back to the snail mail. I am a big paper person, so that's just, it has my heart, and I can't wait to bring more paper products into the store too. I also loved this little shelf, speaking of displaying some paper products, but it of course was not for sale. But I also was drawn to this basket. I thought it was connected to the little stand here, but it was just a luggage cart it was sitting on.
Sorry,
and again, the things were not for sale in this booth every time we looked. So we have just a few more minutes here in this store, and we are just racing against the clock. I was really drawn to this little toolbox, and I know I was just making an impulse purchase, so I decided to walk away, but I just really liked the look of this, and I loved the little trays. But I'm glad I passed on it for now. It's a really neat piece, but it was a little bit more than I wanted to spend at the time. So even though we were on a time crunch, I was still trying to use my brain as much as possible and not impulse shop too much. Now I have to quickly unload this and pick up kids. Okay, so I was just popping out to the shop really quick, and I thought we could do a little bit of a show and tell, because I just kind of threw everything into my shop last night. We have to start moving things this weekend, and I pretty much just got a lot of boxes and baskets. We were basket cases yesterday. We kind of went crazy on the baskets. That's all we seemed to find. But I thought I'd just show you really quick what I'm thinking for these pieces, and hope it all comes together, and I'll show you how they come together at the Merc in a future episode. Okay, if I can find somewhere to prop up my phone for you. Just a second. How's that? Okay. Okay, so this one's really heavy, but I found a nice big wooden box. It doesn't really have anything super fancy or special about it, and it's kind of dirty, so I need to clean it up. But these are great to sit on the floor as risers, or to prop up this way as risers. So I will find some way. I just like that, you know, the weathered wood look, so that'll be good. I feel like boxes always come in handy. So I found a couple big cheap frames. So I have plans to put these really high on the wall to display stuff in. We'll see. I used to do this. I feel like it's always been one of my things. And ladders, I've obviously always really liked ladders and old frames and trunks. So some things never change. Okay, so on the basket front, we got lots of baskets. We got this cute one. I thought it was Jenny picked this one out actually. I just thought it was a really good find. This basket, it was in great shape and I don't remember the exact price. I thought it'd be really cute for summertime with that gingham on there, but I'll probably take it off for fall. It's just detachable with a little tie on the side. I also, for just a couple bucks, got these cute little vessel baskets here to probably hold accessories and things like that, but you never know when you just need a small little container for something at the shop. These were a little bit more than I wanted to pay, but I figured by the time I buy the wood and the pegs and make something or have Dan put something together, it'll be like twice as expensive and 2 years down the road. So I love my husband, but we don't have time for honeydews right now. Okay, and then this little basket was just kind of a fun little tray. And I called it a basket, it's more of a tray. And then this little retro thermos was just too fun and too perfect for fall. So I haven't decided if I'm just gonna like use it as decor with my setup, create a little moment, little cozy moment, or if I'm gonna start finding things like this and then sell them in the Merc. So I don't know, that might be kind of interesting. I've always wanted to like thrift fun things and just have like a curated collection of antique stuff too, or you know, vintage finds. Super fun. Now I haven't decided if I'm actually gonna put this at the Merc or in my home, but it's kind of a trunk, kind of a basket here. The lid, this is hard to do while I'm holding it and showing you. This lid just pops off like this and it's got a really cool edge to it. So I don't know, I've been looking for one for my home for a long time just to hide like kids' toys or some blankets or something. I just think they're a nice way to store some things out of sight. Also ended up with this little retro suitcase. Pretty good shape. I didn't love, as I say that as I rip the edge, that's nice. I'm just gonna use it for like a riser or decor, but I didn't love the interior. It's kind of funky. I mean, if that's your thing, I don't dislike it. It just doesn't really go with my vibe that I have for fall colors right now, but I love the exterior. If I'm breathing hard, it's because some of these pieces are actually kind of heavy. And I'm just like trying to quickly do this while Ruth finishes her nap. So I apologize if I'm breathing heavy. This little guy, pretty basic, right? Like, oh, no big deal, but also it's a Lazy Susan. So I couldn't pass it up because it was 50% off in the booth. And I thought, you know, if anything, I'll use it for myself. It's actually like a dip tray or something, but I thought with like some pebble rock in the bottom and accessories or something, it could be kind of a fun little display piece. I haven't decided yet. I was first attracted to this because it was on a really cool stand, but I love these big crate looking baskets underneath tables or to like stack t-shirts in and stuff. So I thought this was a really good find too. Okay, I think, oh, we had stuff in the, okay, hold on. So now that I'm already like sweating here in the sweatshop, I don't want to pick up this big trunk, but I wanted to show you, we did end up getting this one, which was like our first find. I just thought it was super cool. I ended up getting this really funky lamp. I just feel like it's a really unexpected piece that is perfect for the Mercantile with all the clothing. So the actual light bulb I do not like. So I'm gonna put like one of those Edison bulbs in it and give it a little bit more of a vintage touch there, but it's funky, it's cool, and it works. And then last but not least, this little metal tray I really liked too, and I think it'll be perfect to contain some things on some tables too. I am the queen of getting distracted with like, ooh, new mail, let's open that. I can waste so much time doing that, but because you're here, let's do it together. I have a whole bunch of jeans behind me. We've got tons of new denim for the shop. I'm excited about that. Oh, hold on. Let's get this box open. This is a big box for like how little the stuff is probably, but let's see here. These are all very thoughtfully wrapped up because I should probably leave them that way before I take them to the Merc later, but oh, they're gonna be so cute though. So an exciting thing I've been working on is making our own candles through a custom candle company. And I'm just so excited about it. I got to go in the store, pick out all the different scents I wanted and we worked together to pour some custom candles for Rustic Honey. I'm thinking about putting them online too, but right now they're just going to be at the Merc, so I can't decide. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to see those on our website, though. If you love candles like I do, drop me a comment below. I'd love to know. How cute are these? Oh my gosh, it's the littlest things. So I did some like custom little matches too in these little jars. They're so cute. I got several different kinds. We have 3 different candles that we're pouring right now. One is, oh, these are cute. Oh, and they're little, like a set here. There's little black matches. And I did little white ones. They have all kind of like a stained wood too, though. But I thought for like gift giving purposes or just buying it for yourself, why not have cute matches sitting next to your cute candle? Everyone knows that. What else? I was super excited about all of those things. I'm still really, I'm out of breath every day. I'm excited to get this like main install going. I know it's not going to be perfect. I've already like let go of the dream of it being perfect, but I'm really excited. I feel like we got some good finds yesterday and I've got good stuff like this coming in every single day. Taryn, the gal that's one of my best friends and works with me, is helping me get everything ready for the Merc. So God bless her because she's doing a lot of stuff on the back end for me right now too. So anyway, I am so excited. I love sharing more about all of this and I plan to share more as we continue to put the Merc together. So I hope you're enjoying this. Let me know in the comments below and I hope to see you back here again very soon.